city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls. Here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Matchup on 10. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Black blue, black top. 6, 7. Yellow.
Slot man moves right.
Ultra. Go ultra.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And it's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now Marshall. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody to run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. In motion is Austin Hooper. And here's Marshall. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. Looking for Thomas. He's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. There's a great up and go by Garrett. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. out is Jacobs to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, Jacobs once more. They find some open field here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Jackson running again. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
13 yards on the play. And the Saints, first down. First and 10.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Hassan Reddick, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. In motion right is Thomas. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Marshall. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How do they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. These two teams all tied after one. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 3. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Stephon Diggs from 3 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. It's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touchdowns they saw coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now it's Jackson. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Strikers, 3-3. Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Eagles 21. Saints 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get it next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's got a man, that's Marshall. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
By gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Blue strikers. Claude red. Field black. Green jack.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a nice spin into some open field. Touchdown, New Orleans. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And Parker, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not going to help you, so I'll take it.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we've got a tie game here. Back and forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. On 2nd and very short, Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside. The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And one more time, that's Watkins. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little scare from the defense now.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The kick by Elliott is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well. Calling no gain on the run there. Now we look at another 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now Jackson.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Jacobs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31. Saints 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And finding the tight end Hooper. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Now, he was able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. So So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively. They go play action with Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 45 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Once again, it's Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz,
and the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
Jackson now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
The score, Eagles 45, Saints 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And he's got some space here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll start with the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9, Jackson flushed out right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On play action, they'll throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Room here to run.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott Good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. It almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after